Hello YouTube, this is Michael from ZoneRobotics again. We're going to do a second update. As I promised, I'll do updates every other week on the progress of the zBot ZoneRobotics Video Robotics Development System. So I took the previous board that we were working with and connected it to one of these pan tilt mechanisms so that I can just test the camera. You can see it there being able to move up and down and around, so I can finish out some software. I just affixed this to a piece of wood, and as you can see there's a one battery carriage for a CR123A battery. So I stick in the battery. There is no power switch or anything yet, so you just gotta kind of turn it on and put in the battery and it'll turn on by itself. So I'm starting this from scratch and doing it on the fly. So now on my PC I'm connecting to the unit as an access point. First I gotta connect my Wi-Fi dongle to it. Okay, that's done. I now have an IP address. So I'm going to go ahead and start the software, and you can see there it's blinking. That means that it's connected. So if I control these servos, as you can see, it can turn all the way around this way, all the way around this way, and the other servo is this guy. So you can see it can go all the way up or all the way down, and that gives you a nice range of motion where you can look around and view stuff. So this is one of the things that have been done. Of course, this is all to figure out how the routing of the cable is going to work, how long it actually lasts on the battery. From my measurements, it seems like it's pumping out at about 200 milliamps. So if you have like a 2,300 milliamp hour battery, then theoretically this battery would last for 2 hours if it actually was 2,300 milliamp hours. So we're also testing to see how long the battery lasts in practice. So that's one thing I've been working on. The other thing was I had a whole bunch of pieces cut from cutyourway.com, and the purpose of these pieces was to make early prototyping models that I can drive around and use but may not be 100% completed yet. And this way we can really get down the gear ratio. This is how all of the parts fit together, and up here is for the camera, so it can go up and down. And there were a few issues with this, but all in all it should work for the purpose it was designed. Here's a more finished one. As you can see, I'm just using the FA130 motor, one gear, and the Tamiya track and wheel set. So we're trying to figure out whether or not this is a good gear ratio or not, and to see how long these tracks will last. This way we can take this and set it up and just run it for days on end to see, what breaks first and focus in on that part. So over here I have a CR123 battery. I'm just going to show. Here goes the test. I've removed the piece that was causing all the friction, but don't lose my finger. Unfortunately, the piece that was causing the friction was actually what holds the motor in there, so the motor can kind of slip out. That's how fast it's going. It's probably too fast for the camera to see. And of course that depends greatly on how aligned up everything is. If there's just a little bit of friction or this is off by a little bit, it doesn't work nearly as well.